Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gassy Jack Gear Reviews. Today I have a very brief review on a micro brand watch here. Before I do that, I'm going to do a quick wristwatch check. I have the Seko Sumo, otherwise known as the Blumo in blue there. Check out the videos I have on that one. Very, very nice watch. This one here on the table is from the micro brand Borealis out of Portugal. And this is the Borealis Bullshark. This watch is no longer available from them. I was very keen on getting this watch for a couple of different reasons. One was the movement. It has a Miyota 9015 movement in it, and I really do like that movement. And I've been looking for a watch with that movement, and I happened to come across this about a year ago, something like that. Maybe less than a year ago. The other thing I really wanted to find was a really water resistant watch. And let me see if I can get this thing focused. Come on. Can you see that in red there? That says 2,000 meters. And that's why you see on the left hand side of this watch a helium release valve. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll maybe be scratching your head and saying, why does that matter to you? You can barely swim, and you admit to this. You're not a diver by any stretch of the imagination. So what does that matter to you? You know what? When you start collecting watches, you start getting these cravings for certain things. And just because it's out there, you're like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I should have a watch that can go 2,000 meters. I don't know whether this can actually go 2,000 meters. I would doubt it. From a micro brand, I would doubt they put forward enough technology in something that was, I think, around, how much was this? I think it was asking price of $650, and I think I got a substantial discount by pre-ordering. Another few things that this has going for it is the bezel. This is a ceramic bezel from the factory. And it's very nice. It's loomed. And the double domed sapphire crystal. You gotta check this crystal out. Look at that crystal. That is a beautiful crystal. It really is a nice crystal. This might be the nicest crystal in any of my watches, actually. And if you can hear that, it has such nice bezel movement. The clicks, it's 120 clicks, and they're precise. They're very precise, very clean clicks, not too hard, not too soft, no movement back and forth. And you can see that coin edge is done very nice. They did this watch right. There's very few complaints about this watch, and I will tell you about them. You have the crown at 3 o'clock. For dive watches, I know, say my Seko SKX, my Seko Turtle, my Seko Sumo, they all have the 4 o'clock crown. And I prefer it at 4 o'clock. I've said in another video that, you know what, when your watch goes up like this, you're less likely to hit your hand with that crown if it's at the 4 o'clock than if it's at the 3 o'clock, because the 3 o'clock's right there by your hand when it flips over like that, you know what I mean? I don't find that. I wear my watches fairly high, so I don't run into that problem, but people who wear their watches lower could definitely have that problem. So I kind of wish it was at the 4 o'clock position. If it does stay at the 3 o'clock position, or even if it was at the 4 o'clock position, for a dive watch, I think a dive watch should have a crown guard. This does not. That, in my opinion, was oversight from them, or else they were trying to look very vintagey. I don't know. Either way, I think it should have a crown guard. It does have a very nice case. I'll give it that. A very nice case with the helium escape valve down to how those end lugs just curve around so nicely. You can wear this even if you have smaller wrists. So, I mean, you have a diameter of 42. You have a lug to lug of 50. So it's not small. And you have a height of 14.05 millimeters. This is the standard bracelet that it came with from Borealis. It bears a striking resemblance to the strap code that I got for my SKS. And I'll bring the SKS from the side here. I'll bring them side by side so you can see them. Very, very similar, at least in design. You can see here that both of these are divers extensions. You see those two kind of triangular deployments on the side? You hold them and you just kind of pull them back, and then you can freely click it in. It won't go back. Okay, and then this is actually to release. That's the SKX there, but you'll see, same thing. Okay. And then the deployment. This one is just standard polish on this. Actually, I guess that looks kind of brushed. Borealis sort of logo, that mermaid logo, screw down back. Very, very nice. 2,000 meters or 6,660 feet. Solid end links. Yeah, good. Look at that. This is 316L steel, as are most watches made these days that are made to be salt resistant, seawater resistant to rust. I know that Rolex has their own proprietary steel. I believe it's called, is it 914? It's 916, 914. I forget. Their steel is supposed to be much better, but 316L is the standard for dive watches. So nothing wrong with that. It does have a small date window off to the 3 o'clock there. And it could be a little larger. I know some people hate the Cyclopses that say the Rolex or the Datejust or the Submariner date have. Some people hate them. Some people love them. You know what? If you're going to have a date on a watch, and for a dive watch, I'm not huge on dates, but it does have it. So if you're going to have one, have it legible, have it visible, have it large enough that you can see it. This one's not too bad, but it definitely could use, I don't know. Is it big enough? It's big enough for now. Maybe in 10 years from now, it won't be big enough for me. But like I said, I could take or leave the date window. Has BGW9 lume on there on the indices, and they are outlined in gold-colored metal. They're not gold-colored, as are the minute hand, the hour hand, and the seconds hand. And you can see that seconds hand has lume applied to the end, which is surprising. Usually when you have a big lume like that on a seconds, it's usually on the shorter side. From my understanding, it takes more power to put it on the outer side, the long end. But that might be a testament to the Miyota 9015 movement. I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think about that. I've heard it competes with some lower end ETA movements, and it is made by Citizen. So, like I said, it was just one of those movements I wanted to have, and then I really like this watch. I love the blue color. It's a light blue color. It's almost, well, it's a little darker than the background that I have here. But it's one of those things that if you like having a watch of a certain color for certain occasions or certain outfits that you have, this was a nice one. And I thought this is a great summertime watch, and I'm very pleased with this watch. I wouldn't hesitate if you do see it on the used market. Myoda 9015 movement is nothing to laugh at. So if you are looking for a watch that has a lot of quality for not a lot of price, definitely have a look at the used market for the Borealis Bullshark. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's been another Gassy Jack gear review. Thanks for tuning in, and please subscribe. Bye bye.